You're on camera.
All right. So we've had a lot of really good questions in the past rooms. Jerry, what do you think the best one was?
Will you help at pre-retirement center?
Yeah, I think that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there were some ideas thrown out. I believe there's a music conference coming up in Pantera. And, there's going to be a lot of new retirees there, or potential retirees. And the idea was inviting AMBA to have a booth there along with the MRTA. Or we can just stand outside your booth and, kind of funnel everyone towards it. We're really good at that. So that was some great ideas. And then another one is if you schedule us for your unit meetings enough ahead of time, we can call on all of the potential members and try to get them to come to the meeting as well, right? Which is really great, but we just need to know at least a month in advance, and that way we can call on them, and try to get some more people there. So if you pay for, their lunch or something like that for new members, if you let us know that, that's gonna help us, get people there as well. So that was a really great idea as well. But this is, sorry, go ahead.
We've just been having conversations with everybody about how to help you guys get new members. And some of the feedback we've heard from some of the units and some of the regions is that they've lost some members, that they haven't re-signed because the COVID shut down, people felt we're not having face-to-face meetings, why would I be a member? Doesn't make any sense, we all know that, but that's just what's been happening. So what we want to do again is help you regain those members, get new members, and again, we're just here really to talk about creative ideas on whatever you think is the best way to do that. We've actually proactively called schools to introduce the MRTA and us to them. So we're really here to help you gain new members, whatever that means. Pre-retirement seminars, the music seminars at the lake or conferences. We've had all kinds of ideas thrown out. Again, we're willing to talk about any and all of those and help you. And again, we'll participate and show up at those meetings. And
there's a lot of you that have had great success in your own areas, and I'll just brag on these two girls here. But last night they were talking about, gosh, there's 180 more people that we need to get. I was like, well, how many people do you have now? And they were like, 800 something. I was like, are you kidding me? So, great job.
We're just basing that on, our mailing list from the school district of retired teachers is over 1,000. And then in February, you get your thing from MRTA, and it had 180. And she says, well, why is it? And I said, yeah, but Pam, you have to look at it. We mailed out over 1,000 letters in the fall. And I said, there's only 180 on this list. And actually 4 of those people that are on that list now just passed away recently. So I said, and they had, but I said, that means that there's 800 people that did join. I said,
right.
It's a great job. So, what are you guys doing?
Well, to our advantage, our school district
is amazing.
Yeah, they do a lot, but, and your first year is purchased by our school district.
Okay.
Locally and, for the state level, they do both.
So how do you get them to stay in year 2?
You lose some, you always lose some, but, we mail them again, we do our mailings and we have the Facebook page where we put things and post things on there and if we have their emails, we send direct emails to them. And another thing is that when we do ours, our particular unit, we give out 3 $500 scholarships to seniors that are entering into education, the one for each high school in our area. Okay, so I always put in there that their local membership fee, to get them to come back, because a lot of them will go ahead and they realize because of their pension, they join MRTA, but then to keep them locally too, we always tell them that our local dues are $15, that goes into our scholarship fund. I says, your money is what's paying for these $500 scholarships. We have people, of course, who've moved now to Florida and Colorado, and those people will still join locally, even though they'll never attend a meeting, because they know that that money is going into the scholarships that we're going to give out.
Well, that's awesome.
That's
Great job, really. Awesome. Well, does anyone have any questions for us about anything? I think one of the more common questions we're getting in each room is that, the question is, does my spouse have to be a member of MRTA to also get any benefits from AMBA? And they do not. Okay, now of course, you know, they could be an associate member, right?
An associate member, yep. And that helps your membership rules. So when Maria goes to state government, we have this many members. So that also applies to your kids. They can be an associate member and get access to the benefits as well. So just something to keep in mind.
We encourage that, you know, like
Yeah.
I signed my husband up. We have other officers who signed their kids up who are currently
Teaching.
current teachers, you know, but a lot of the teachers don't understand that they can do that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's an education process. No pun intended there.
Well, and that, I know, because Kelly comes to our fall beginning meeting, we always make sure and send out a special letter to the new retirees that this is their first meeting. And Kel and all these others, people are there, you know, we have, you know, people from all the different representatives, you know, that come in to talk. But, you know, I always make a point, you know, of telling them that at that meeting too, your spouse can join you, you know, here, you know, because a lot of them will bring their spouse to their dinner, you know, and different things. And I said,
which is free.
yeah, our dinner is free that night, they don't have to pay for it. And, so they turn around and, you know, and I says, now, you know, you may have brought your husband with you, or you may have brought your wife with you, you know, they can join too as an associate, you know, this helps our membership, you know, I said, so, you know, you just gotta keep it in front of them, you know, it's just what you gotta
Yeah.
do, so.
And I think you heard Bo mention that there were over 500,000 letters that were sent out to members and non-members throughout the state last year, but over half of those were non-members. So, you know, those letters are going out to folks. They can't sign up for the benefits until they become a member, but we speak with those folks. And when they have an interest, you know, membership first, then you can get the benefits. So, you know, those letters will continue to do that to help increase the membership rolls.
Are any of you able to have maybe tables at your local school district's retirement recognition for those new retirees? So that you can make your local and state presence known at that time? We have not had good reception to do that yet, but we'll keep pushing that for Boone County. But do any of you do that?
We give a bag, a sack with information of our state organization, our local chocolate,
Yeah.
all of that stuff to all of our retirees at the board meeting.
I mean, at our district reception, the board members are up on stage and all the retirees walk across, shake hands, you know. And then we're at the bottom of the steps,
Okay.
and so we
hand them
hand
all the
something
MRTA
to
stuff.
them personally
Okay.
as they go. So we hit those people.
Other ideas, questions about anything? Anything?
Well, if you have retirement seminars that you put on, I know Boone County puts on a great one, and you put on a great one as well. What county? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Region 1.
Region one, thank you. Yep, so Region 1 has a retirement meeting that's
We do
really
it all
great.
in county.
You do as well? Okay, so, you know, we're happy to come to those and really, you know, focus on why the MRTA has the best pension in the continental United States and why they should be a member, right? And really go over those discounts. And maybe a few other things, you know, a lot of retired educators or school personnel work until they're 65 so that they don't have to pay for health insurance, right? Until they become Medicare eligible. So going over things like that just provides more value for your unit and the association, and we're happy to do it.
Well, and even too, okay, my financial planner that I have, that I use, I was asking him questions as I was getting ready, and I was going to a retirement seminar that was being held in Blue Springs. And he said, can I go with you to that meeting? And he says, cause I wanna know exactly what you all provide, and he says, cause then I can give better advice to people who are investing money and this and that, and to know what to do. And, and he came with me to the meeting, and he says, this provided me with so much information, I said, so if you have people like that, that come too, I says, it gives them an in too, to when they're advising somebody, like, on investments and things, you need to be an MRTA, stay with this, your pension is important to you, I said, there's just ways, of kind of pushing it to the forward, with what's going on.
Absolutely.
Because I was 63 at the time that I retired from the school district, and I had planned on going until I was 65. And but after we got through that meeting, he says, "Well, when are you looking at retiring?" And I says, "The question is not when I can retire, but can I afford to retire?" And he said, "There's no reason why you can't retire right now." And I says, "Okay, there's my answer."
Done. So just to reiterate again, we're happy to speak at pre-retirement seminars, whatever kind of, if there's educators there, we're happy to help you. If you haven't had us speak at your local unit or your region, we encourage you to, have us do that. Especially things are opening up now, and, some of the folks don't know about all the benefits. And what we've seen happen is they hear about these benefits, they get a little bit more excited, but guess who they know? They also know some other retired teachers that maybe didn't go to the meeting, and that word starts to spread. And then you start to bring in more members that way too. So it really does, it becomes a snowball effect. Anything else?
Awesome. I see a lot of familiar faces in here, so thank you for inviting us to your unit meetings that you have already. And when we come back, we can always mix it up. If your group has something specific that, they want more information on, then we can really focus on that. But we can always just, if it's kind of newer, you're bringing in new people, we can just kind of keep it general. But thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you.